Hello and welcome to Mumbai se Manchester. If you haven't subscribed yet, please show us some love and consider liking and subscribing to our channel. United played Liverpool on Sunday in the battle to be at the top of the table. The game was a cagey affair with very few chances for either teams and eventually ended in a draw with scores nil-nil. Given the result, United still reside at the top of the table while Liverpool dropped down to fourth. Let's take a look at the game from a tactical standpoint. Even though Liverpool dominated possession, when we look at the expected goals factor, both teams were closely matched at 1.2 and 1.19 respectively. Liverpool could not create enough big chances in spite of high possession. If you look at the expected goals versus time chart, one can see that United could not create much in the first half, whereas Liverpool created minor chances pretty much over the entirety of the game. United were very much better in the second half and had better control and created a couple of big chances. United's big chances came in the last 20 minutes, which could have been decisive had those been converted. Let's take a look at the lineups. Liverpool lined up in a usual 4-3-3 formation, while United lined up in an interesting 4-2-3-1, where Pogba took the right wing or the right attacking midfielder role. Rashford took the central striker, while Martial played on the left. Liverpool, who are currently facing centre back crisis, played Henderson and Fabinho in their defence. Let's quickly take a look at the average position of the players. We can see that Liverpool spent a lot of time in United's half, with Fabinho and Henderson the only players behind the halfway line, whereas United preferred to sit back in a defensive pattern with Bruno, Pogba, Martial, and Rashford the only ones to counter attack. This was also reflected in the passes per defensive action stat, which was 19.26 for United while only 5.43 for Liverpool. Liverpool's pressing was far more effective and they swiftly acted to recover second balls and gave very little time to United. Let's take a look at how United shaped without the ball. There were plenty of cases where United's players would be sucked onto one side of the pitch. Here is an example of that, which would leave Robertson wide open. This wasn't the first time, and this kept on happening numerous occasions. However, Robertson was missing his shooting boots, and United should be counting the lucky stars. United would show some urgency in their own third and would close Liverpool's attackers quickly. We can see Lindelof and McTominay close down on Mo Salah to recover the ball and prevent a clear-cut opportunity. While defending corners, United defended with 10 men in the 18-yard box, offering Liverpool very little opportunity, who are usually very good during corners. Liverpool's first real and big chance came in the 59th minute from a Robertson cross, and it fell in properly between De Gea and Maguire. Thanks to Maguire's touch, Firmino could not connect well enough, thus preventing a goal. United's big chance came in the 75th minute, seen here. Shaw pulls the ball back for Bruno. Bruno unfortunately could only direct the ball straight at Alisson. This could have been a great opportunity for United to go ahead. This is another great opportunity, a 2v2 situation. Rashford clearly could have chosen to pass to Cavani or even further down the pitch, backheel the ball for Pogba, who was rushing on as seen here. And the biggest chance of the game, a deflected cross from Wan Bissaka, fell in neatly for Pogba with no defender close to him. Pogba could have chosen a much better location to shoot, but instead he shot straight at Alisson. In a nutshell, even though Liverpool dominated possession and United sat back for majority of the game, We had better opportunities, and had those been taken, United could have gone 6 points clear of Liverpool, which would have been sensational. Let us know what you think about the analysis and share your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to Mumbai Se Manchester. Ciao.